there.
Check it out.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're outside and it's summer.
It's summer. It's beautiful.
It's August.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about summer today.
Yeah, the good old summertime.
Good old summertime. Hot days of summer. Not like it is now.
No, today's a beautiful day.
Today's a beautiful day.
We're lucky, and we've got video.
We've got video rolling.
Have you seen the video?
What?
Have you seen the video?
I have not seen the video.
No one's seen the video.
No one's seen
it
the
video. It doesn't exist. All righty. This is going to be a fun one. Yeah, we're talking about good old summertime. We're talking about what we used to do as kids before the invention of all the gnarly things that are around today.
Well, yeah.
What did kids do?
What did kids do? Because remember, now I'm going to give a reminder here. If somebody never listened to our very first episode, they don't know. You and I met in kindergarten in 1969 at Pleasant Hill Elementary School in Whitehall, Pennsylvania.
Der Schule.
Der Schule, yeah, with Frau. I don't even want to go there again. Go listen to the first episode.
Fraulein Nemesis.
Yes, go listen to our first episode.
You will behave.
You'll hear all about it. Yeah, you will behave. No, anyway. But yeah, we've talked a lot about growing up there in Pennsylvania. But what we've not talked about is what we did as kids in the summer. And since it's the middle of summer, good chance to kind of recap. What did you do as a kid in the summer? Because quite frankly, I mean, it wasn't like it is now.
Kids today
suck.
No, they don't suck. They're just
no, they don't suck.
They've got different things that they do in the summer. They don't. They stay in the house. They play video games.
They play video games.
They look at their phone.
They can't organize themselves. They have to have somebody set up a play date. Oh God, I hate
play date. Yeah,
I hate that.
We never had play dates. We just ran out of the house and stayed out until it got dark and ran back in.
Yeah,
and ate food.
When we were kids, you didn't count on your parents to organize your activities and to entertain you. Quite frankly, it was just figure it out until you're old enough to be useful to me. I don't care what you do.
We were just running wild.
We were free range.
We were free range children.
We were free range children. Exactly.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, but
I loved it.
It was a lot of fun, right? We were free range children, and we did our own thing, and we didn't have to have play dates, and we didn't have to be entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we'll get into all that. We'll talk about what did we do, right?
Yeah.
And like you said. Well, first of all, video games hadn't been invented.
No.
Until I think Pong came along,
which doesn't really count.
Which doesn't really count, but that was the first video game, and that was when we were in high school.
Yeah, and we used to go to Hess's and look at it.
Oh,
Hess's department store, and me and my friend Joe would go walk over there.
Which
we'll get to later, the Two Guys Path.
The Two Guys Path.
But we'd walk there, and they had the Hess's was built later, and then they had Pong there, and you could actually play it.
Oh yeah, it was a demo. You could play it. I remember that.
And that's how we played video games because we couldn't afford that shit.
None of our parents were buying that shit.
No,
it was
no way.
And they're I remember I had a cousin who had Pong. The first time we went there, my dad's looking at this thing going, there's two lines, and they're going up and down, and there's a square going back between them. And he's and my dad's looking at this going, what are you guys doing? Go outside.
Hey, the first airplane just flew right as we started, so you were right.
I was right.
Yeah, we knew the airplanes would fly.
I told you, because we're recording on my back deck here at home.
Along with the cicadas.
The cicadas.
Or as they say in England, the cicadas.
The cicadas, yeah. and very soon someone will cut their grass, because it always happens on Sunday evening when I want to sit on the deck.
And then weed whack for about a half an hour and blow leaves and shit.
Exactly.
Lord. Anyway.
So we're about to jump into that.
Yeah, we are. But I'm thirsty. What do you got?
Before we get into that, let's get to our first beer.
Good old summertime beer.
Yeah, so let me look at my notes on this beer, because we're doing summertime beers, right?
Right.
And so the first beer we're doing today is Shlafley Summer Lager.
Holds can up to camera.
There you go.
We're a visual act now.
Maybe
that's a bad thing.
Maybe that's a bad thing, because I think we've got a look that's perfect for audio. but anyway.
Yeah, we got face for radio.
We got face for radio, exactly. But looking at this, so Shlafley, it's a brewery in
Shlafley.
It's a brewery in St. Louis.
Okay.
No, I mean, St. Louis is famous for Budweiser, right?
Right.
The Budweiser brewery in St. Louis, it's like a freaking city unto itself.
Yeah.
But the
big operation.
But the Shlafley Brewery is an old time brewery in St. Louis. I used to have to go there fairly often for work, and I have been at the Shlafley Brewery and Tap Room there in St. Louis.
Well, that's pretty cool. How long has that been there? How old is it?
I don't know. I think it's been around for a while. Cool. I think it's like a longer term beer, but it was a local. Yeah. Kind of like Yingling was a local where we grew up.
Right.
So, but I would say to anybody that's going to be in St. Louis, if you have a chance, get down to the Shlafley Tap Room and check it out.
Yeah, that's cool.
But taste that beer, and I'll talk about it a little bit. All right.
Here I go.
You can tell me what you think of it. This is Shlafley's Summer Lager. It is a Helles-style lager.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's nice looking.
It's nice looking. Look at that. A straw color.
Good foam there.
Well, I see.
Tastes like
I guess I poured yours better.
I
poured yours better than mine.
Yeah, well,
I don't have much.
You like me more than you like yourself.
I didn't get much head.
All right, then.
That's my own fault.
Well, we ain't putting this on YouTube. They're going to ban it.
Yeah, probably.
Comments like that shit.
We'll get banned before we get started.
Actually, I don't know if YouTube allows you to drink on camera. We'll find out.
I don't know. We're going to find out. But this is it's a fairly light beer. It's a summer beer. It's an 4.5 ABV.
Our technical director says they will allow us to drink.
They will allow us to drink on beer. We got a thumbs up on that.
Our TD over there, Kylie.
Our newly hired
daughter, Kylie.
Newly hired TD, yes.
So we need a camera on her. We got to do that.
At some point, yes, we'll get her on camera. Yeah. But right now, we're the talent. She's behind the camera. But anyway. So
in the back.
So what do you think about the bitterness on that? Where would you put it? I mean, if you had to guess on the IBU scale, 1 to 100, where would you guess? Pretty low.
30.
No, 17.
Wow, 17.
Uh-huh.
It's good though. It's balanced nicely. It's got a little sweetness to it. It's a good Helles. Helles can be hard.
Oh yeah,
I've had Helles that don't taste very well. Don't taste very good.
Yeah.
But that one tastes delicious. That's a good Helles. It's got enough body and maltiness that it doesn't fall apart. Some Helles is too wimpy.
I think it does have a good body to it. A lot of people on Untappd said like light-bodied was one of the leading comments.
I mean, compared to like a stout and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, it's on the lighter side.
But if you're rating it for what it is.
For a Helles.
Yeah, it's a Helles lager.
It's good, though. 4.5%, right?
Yeah. What did I say? 4.5%?
Yeah,
let me look at my notes. 4.5%. Yeah.
Good summertime.
Yeah.
Pound them.
It's basically German noble hops. Mittelfrüh. Yeah. I'm going to choke on my tongue trying to say that. But what else you got out of that? You said good bodied, light bodied was a thing. Anything else?
but more substantial than I was ready. I thought as a Helles it would be a little less, but it was good. Yeah. I liked it. Balanced well.
You think it's sweet?
Slightly. Sweet, a slight little malty, light. Maybe the lagering there. I don't know, but something little sweet in the end there.
You get any citrus fruit?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I drank it too fast.
No, there's more in that can.
All right.
Pour yourself, though. I'm not pouring it again.
All right, let's see. Let me see that again.
What do you think?
Yeah. A little lemon.
You got it?
Yeah, lemon.
Yeah, so apparently the particular German hops they use, I'm gonna do this again at risk of like
Mittelfrüh.
You might have to perform.
Is there an umlaut?
Yes, there is an umlaut.
Mittelfrüh.
You might have to perform a Heimlich here.
Mittelfrüh.
Yes, apparently that imparts a lemony taste.
I love the umlaut. I like when like Motorhead uses the umlaut, but that doesn't make any sense because then it'd be Motorhead.
Motorhead.
It's the incorrect umlaut, which is awesome.
So where would you rate that? Scale of 1 to 5.
Geez, I liked it. I'd say 3.6.
3.6, okay. So on Untappd, it's got 23,600 reviews.
That's a lot.
And you said 3.6?
Yeah, I said 3.6.
Hey, pretty close. The average rating, 3.46 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, I liked it. Good solid beer.
It is a good beer. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into summer.
All right. So I got a list.
You got a list.
So
all right. So what did you? Let's start with like preteen. What did you do as a kid when you were like before you became a teen and all you cared about was like meeting girls and hanging out. And, and finding ways to scam beer. And,
I did a lot of fishing, right? We lived by, my house was right by the Lehigh River. So my dad fished a lot. I fished a lot. I fished with my dad when he wasn't working on the weekend. Fished with some of the other kids. My friend Joe fished, but he also fished with a guy named Reds. and Reds had a brother named Whitey. Reds was nice.
Wait.
Whitey was
Yeah.
Whitey.
Reds and Whitey. Do they have any other siblings? And what colors were they?
No, they were just the two of them. There might have been
the two
a
of them.
sister there. I don't remember. She was older though, I think.
Chartreuse.
Reds and Whitey were both older than me. Reds was a bit older than me. He was 2 or 3 years older than me. But Reds was we liked to fish.
Yeah.
And we used to go fishing. And Whitey liked to beat people up, including me. And he used to fight his brother all the time. Whitey was.
Well, you can go fishing. You can beat people up.
Whitey was not a pleasant person. Let's just say.
I remember him.
Yes, Whitey was.
No, I knew who you're talking
Whitey
about. I didn't know him like when we were like in elementary school level.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, elementary school level, your summers are based on your neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
Because you don't have a way to get anyplace else. Because, by the way, kids, no parent is driving you to a friend's house.
No way.
No.
Exactly, yeah.
No play dates, no friend's house. Just go.
And these guys lived up the street, so I'd walk up there, and me and Reds would go down to the river and fish. We'd go down to the Lehigh River, and there was a part. So the river had areas called donkeys, which were basically Native Americans built rock kind of bridges. Yeah. Not really bridges, but they were under the water, but they dammed it sort of.
Yeah.
So that they could cross and do things, right? Yeah. So they created and there was upper donkey and lower donkey. The lower donkey.
Wait, are you saying donkey or donkey?
Like hee-haw.
Like a donkey.
They called it the upper donkey and the lower
burrow.
Like a burrow, yeah. It was the upper donkey and the lower donkey.
Okay.
And the lower donkey was down closer to Reds' house, and that's where it divided. It was a drop-off. It was shallow, and then it went deep, which was a great place to fish, right?
Yeah.
So we would go down there, and you had to, but to get to it, you had to climb down a vine along a wall next to the railroad track, right? You had to climb down.
It sounds like you're freaking Indiana Jones.
Yeah, right. Well, listen. So one time
did you have a floppy hat?
No, we did not.
Did you fear snakes?
I was never afraid of snakes.
Okay.
No, so no. Okay. Redzy, I don't know, but we would climb down there, and you could only stand on like I don't know, like 2 feet of land.
Yeah.
Next to the wall, and the river was there, so you were kind of up against the wall. You're fishing, and it was tough to get to, but it was a good fish. It was the best fishing hole.
Okay,
right?
That's
so
fair.
we were fishing there one time, and the Binders came, the two brothers. They showed up, and they knew we were down there.
Sounds ominous.
And they started hurling rocks to try and kill us with giant rocks. And me and Rez just got up against the wall because they couldn't get the thing to come back.
Yeah.
To hit us. They missed us. So they finally got tired and gave up after we just stayed against the wall. But that was pretty terrifying. And these were big dudes. Okay. These were guys that were a little older, and they were big, and they wore coveralls with no shirt under, like real hillbilly looking shit. So that was pretty scary.
This sounds like I don't know. This sounds like it should be like what was the kid coming out of the cornfield thing?
Or Deliverance.
Yeah, Deliverance.
Either way. Very dangerous and scary.
Children of the Corn.
Yeah. But then now Joe and I, the guy I hung out with the most when I was a kid, he lived right on the edge of what we called the Bostard, which was the West Caddy playground.
Oh, yeah.
And the woods behind it, and had the Two Guys path, which was a path through the woods that went to the store of Two Guys, which was about 2 or 3 miles away. Department store. It was great store.
It was a local department store.
Yeah, I love that store. So, but the Bostard was just great. It had mine holes you could run down into. It just had everything a kid could want to do. Running, and we just would go do stuff in the woods. I mean, I build forts, crazy shit like that. And then, of course, Joe and I built a fort once, and we decided we're going to put a fireplace in, which was really a bad idea.
Yeah, because every kid needs to build fires.
Because we wanted to hang out there when it was cold.
Yeah.
So we built a fire, and of course the fort caught on fire. But luckily it was right near Joe's house. So Joe and I got buckets and ferried them back across the street down into the gully where we were.
You're like the 1800s bucket brigade.
That's exactly
like you need a line of people just passing water. Somebody's pumping water.
Oh, that was bad. I think we burned ourselves like trying to, because we were like terrified. We're gonna get our asses kicked if we start a fire and we don't put it out. We're done. Yeah. We're really gonna get our asses kicked. So we did put it out. And then the other thing we used to do a lot of, especially me and Joe, was creek walking. So the Copley Creek was down the end of Eberhart Road, right where Darktown started. Yeah. So the Copley Creek was great. You just go down in the creek and just walk up the creek. It wasn't that deep. Right. And you catch crayfish and minnows and all kinds of cool stuff. And you could fish there for trout. So trout season, everybody lined up there and fished there. There were dams, it was a really fun creek. So that was a lot of fun. That was one of the things we did a lot of, creek walking. Beer can hunting, which we talked about in the previous episode. Joe and I did a lot of beer can hunting, and along with some other people. Richie Pants was involved in some of that as well. And then there's the death drop at West Caddy Playground.
The death drop.
Yeah, so West Caddy Playground was down in sort of a hollow.
Yeah.
But there was a big area where construction from some of the newer developments, they dumped the earth there, and it formed a big hill.
Yeah.
And that one hill went down into the grassy playground, and we would put somebody put, I think it was Joe or maybe Steve, put a ramp there.
Yeah.
And we decided to take our bikes down the death drop and see how far we could launch.
You could launch.
Yeah. And one of our friend, David, he's not with us anymore, but he was really good at managing to not let his bike get out of the way and landing on his wheels, whereas I was not. I hit that thing, and I just went nose first down into the grass. You know, almost. I had my legs got tangled up in the bike. I thought I broke both my legs.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this was a really dumb idea. So
yes.
And then the other thing we did in that same area right there in the field was Joe had a bow and arrow. And we decided, let's see if we can catch an arrow. So we'd shoot an arrow up into the air, and then got it.
So,
and one went right into Joe's hand. But it was field tips.
Have you ever seen the movie Grown Ups? Adam Sandler and
yeah. Did they do that?
They did that in the movie. Like because they were reminiscing about being kids.
Yeah. We did that. But they were the field tips, so they didn't really do any damage really. So and then of course we talked. The Two Guys path was a great thing. We used to walk up that path and go to Two Guys. This is a department store. Just goof around in Two Guys
and go play pong.
Back. And also, and Hess's was there. And then also along the Two Guys path, there were raspberries, wild raspberries. So we'd take our hats and fill them up with raspberries, you know, and then munch on raspberries on the way and on the way home too. Yeah, which was cool as hell. So that's what we did as kids.
Cool.
What about you? What did you do?
What did I do as a kid? Well, here's the thing, and I'm going back to. Like, you didn't have 100 toys as a kid. Like, I think today a lot of people like overload their kids with toys to try to like entertain them, and but we didn't have 100 toys. Well,
had GI Joes.
I had GI Joes, some stuff like that. But I never had a GI Joe.
Really?
I just never did.
I used to, my Nana used to always get me mad. She said, "You're going to play with your dolls." They're not dolls. They're GI Joe.
See, do you remember Action Jackson?
Yes,
I had an Action Jackson. It's
hard to say.
And yes, my every adult in my family was like, "Hey, you playing with a doll?" No, I'm not playing with a doll. But the summer, we're talking about summers being a kid, right? So it was like, I remember vividly, like, you were not allowed to play inside or stay inside. It's like, you've had breakfast, get out. Yeah. Go do something. Go find one of your friends and go do something. Show back up around lunchtime. Or, I'm going to kind of, like, Mom would be like, I'm going to come out on the back porch and yell for you, and you're going to come back around lunchtime, right? Yeah. And then you've had lunch, get out. And now, at 5 o'clock, dinner time, get back. And then after that, now get out until it gets dark and then come back, right? That was summer. Like, you weren't sitting around in the house. You were getting out. But a lot of, as a really little kid, like I said, you couldn't get very far. So it was a lot of imagination games. Yeah. You made shit up, right? Yep. And you didn't have a ton of toys. It was cops and robbers. And half the time you were running around with like sticks as guns. Yeah, right. And that kind of thing. Or I do remember I did have a swing set in my backyard as a really little kid. And it was a spaceship, right? And like the different, because I was watching Star Trek all the time. Yeah. We've talked about that before. And you like pretend you were in space and you were fighting aliens and all this other stuff. Oh, dude, that brings up something else now. Yeah. The West Caddy Playground. Okay. Do you remember the slide? Yes. The big tall one? Yes. That was so big, I don't know how kids didn't die. Yeah. Like that thing was like at least 20, 30 feet high. Yeah. And remember the curly slide? The curly slide. And you play Drano? Drano, yeah. Oh, my God. Somebody go down and try to block it up, and then people slide down. You get like 20 kids all jammed up in there screaming and laughing. Screaming and laughing. It's the best. Exactly. And then they had a barrel. The rolling barrel. It was a big barrel. You got in and you're like a hamster. Yeah. You made it go. And then people figured out you could get on top. So you could get it going and ride it up to the top, and you could be on top of like a log roll. But even on the inside, you would run faster until some kid couldn't keep up and went, oh, yeah. Fell off the side. It was awesome, man. That thing was so great. Yeah, it was wooden, a big wooden barrel. It was a big wooden barrel. I've never seen anything like that. Well, that's because they probably got sued. Because some kid broke multiple bones getting flung out the side. It was so much fun. No, that playground was the greatest. And the merry-go-round.
that you pushed.
Oh, yeah.
And got it going real fast. And if you got some of the bigger kids, you could like literally hang on and your legs were sticking out.
Sticking out straight.
This is the greatest
Exactly.
thing.
That was the greatest thing.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was a lot of like making stuff out of nothing. We used to play stickball.
Yeah.
Because where my parents' house was, you remember this?
Yeah.
There was an alley behind the house.
Right.
And then there was Wolf's Orchard Stand.
Right. The stand.
But they were only open from July 4th.
Oh, yeah.
They would open the Monday before July 4th.
Yeah.
And they'd be open until the just after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And every year. But there was a wall and it faced the alley in the back of their parking lot. So there was a big part of the front of the summer where there was nothing going on there.
Yeah.
And we used to go out and play stickball.
Yeah.
Like literally out there with a broom handle and a tennis ball and get a stickball game going. Yeah. You know, because that was a blast.
Played a lot of knucklehead football too.
Played a lot of knucklehead football. That was it was usually later in the summer.
Yeah.
Later in the summer, smash mouth knucklehead football. I remember I was playing knucklehead football one time. I was with my cousin, and this was awful. This was probably in early middle school. Like, I take the handoff and I'm going around the right-hand side. And we used to have some great football games up at my cousin's place up in Dixon City, Pennsylvania. And I'm going around the right. Cousin. Yeah, you know my cousin. Yeah. And I'm going around the right-hand side. And this was in my grandmother's backyard. And I'm coming around the right. And I'm the goal line's right there at the end of the yard. And I swear, I put my head down. There was this kid, I can't remember his name, one of my cousin's friends. He was coming in front of me, and I'm like putting my head down, and I'm going to charge straight through him. And somebody blocked him out of the way. Ooh. And right after they blocked him out of the way, I went flying head first into a telephone pole. Because I was right on the edge of the yard. There was a telephone pole. I bashed head first into a telephone pole. Probably why my neck never did work right.
Sheesh.
But yeah, I mean,
explains a lot.
It does explain a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, we used to make up games and have fun and, do stuff like that. But making up games, like you were talking about the death drop.
Yeah.
So I remember we were always making up games. Like, I talked about a swing set. Like, swing and see who can jump the far, get as high as you can go and jump the farthest.
Yeah, that was the greatest.
That was the greatest.
Yeah.
It's like, you're like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just fly through the air.
Fly through the air and hopefully not break a bone on the landing.
Yeah.
But I remember at one point on my back patio, we had this, patio back, and myself and a friend from up the street, I will not say the name, we made up this game. Do you remember the Slinky?
The metal ones?
The metal ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the original Slinky.
Yeah.
Not like the Slinky today.
Walks
where it's
downstairs,
plastic, alone in pairs, makes a slinkety sound.
Yeah, that's
yeah. We made up this game where one person would stand on the end of the porch and whip the Slinky at the other person.
Yeah.
And if the person could catch it and not let any part of it touch the ground,
that's hard as hell.
Then the catcher scored a point.
Yeah, right.
If the thrower threw it such that the person let it touch the ground, then the thrower scored the point. But remember, this is just a metal spring we're whipping at each other as hard as we can.
That's a great game, though.
It's a great game
until someone loses an eye.
Until someone loses an eye, because my buddy, I whipped it at him, and it's like spinning around, and it went and cut him from here to here, from right above his nose, all the way down his cheek. This metal spring, he's bleeding.
Lucky.
Oh yeah, and I got in a little trouble for that.
Yeah,
But one more thing about elementary school, real quick. Occasionally, some parent would be like, "All right, we're going to take you up to the local pool for the day."
Jefferson,
yeah. We're going to go swimming for the day. But we were young at this point, so you had to get taken there.
Yeah.
But I remember my mom being my mom never learned to swim. Her mother was terrified of the water. But my mom insisted, you got to learn to swim before you're going to be going to the pool and stuff.
Right.
So I think I was about 6 years old, when she took me to swimming lessons at Jefferson Pool. And it was 7:30 in the morning. And it was usually right after school ended. So this is early June, mid-June. And the water's freezing.
Yeah.
And I freaking hated it. I hated it. It was freezing. It was awful.
Water,
And the one thing I
water
remember,
torture.
yeah, the one thing I remember from
Pennsylvania water torture.
Pennsylvania water torture. This was the Pennsylvania water torture.
Yeah.
One thing I remember, there was one of the instructors. To me, he was 100 years old. He was probably about 20. He, one of the lifeguards, he's like teaching us to dive, and he's like, don't dive in if you don't know how deep it is because you could hurt yourself and so on and so forth. Okay, got it. We're getting dressed and ready to leave. He dives in, and you see blood coming to the top of the water. And he comes up holding his nose. I don't know if he faked that or or if it was real.
Yowza.
But anyway,
Poor guy.
So, but you know what? Our beers are empty.
Yeah.
So it's time to try another summer beer.
Yeah.
All right. So beer.
That brings us up. We had a pool in our yard. While you're getting that ready, we had a pool in our yards. We used to swim. We used to do really fun things. We played Creature from the Black Lagoon. We played Blind Man's Bluff.
Oh yeah.
It was cool. We had our own above the ground kind of pool.
You had an above the ground?
Yeah,
I didn't know you had an above the ground
Yeah,
pool.
we had it for a while, and then we just tore it down after a while.
Okay.
But when we were kids, we had it. It was fun.
Yeah. So okay, here we go. Victory. Summer Love.
Victory!
Summer Love. Victory Brewing from Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
Yes, we've had them before.
Yeah, we've had them before, but we've never had Summer Love with them.
Summer Love.
We've never had Summer Love with Victory
Summer
Brewing.
Love. Feel the love.
Feel the love.
I'm not going to let this go by. That hell
No, don't let that go by. All right. Here.
All right. This is my Summer Love.
This is your Summer Love.
Lee has given me Summer
That is all the
Love.
Summer Love you're getting from me.
Wow. I'll take it.
Okay. So, tell me what you think about that one while I check my notes on what I know about this beer.
Yeah, the tagline says, "You never forget your first love."
So this one, like I said, Victory Brewing, Downingtown, Pennsylvania. ABV 5.2%. So it's still pretty, light beer, like summer beers.
Outside of Philly.
IBU scale 25, a little bit higher than the last one.
Yeah, a little hoppier.
This is definitely hoppier than the last one.
Nice straw again. Light golden ale.
Yeah, straw color. Yeah. Nice, really nice.
Tasty, good
lacing
summer
on the
beer.
glass, yeah.
Good ale.
It is. So what do you think about the flavors?
Let me try that again. Hops, of course. Not as malty as the last one. There's not as much sweetness there. I think.
No, definitely not. Some people on tap describe this as sweet, but no.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get it at all. Hoppy, definitely.
I don't get a ton of citrus on this like I did on the other one.
Nope, not at all. This is brewed with Simcoe and Tetnang hops.
No, mostly hoppy. I don't get a lot of other.
I don't get a lot besides hoppy. Like I said, some people said sweet, but no. Where do you rate it? Scale of 1 to 5.
Gee, in the hot summertime at the beach, this is a real good one.
This would be a real good beach.
5.3, 3.4, 3.3.
3.3.
Yeah.
Okay. 143,000 reviews on this one.
That's a
on tap. 3.46 out of 5. Average. So yeah, you're right in there. You're right in there with the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Victory always makes good beer.
Yeah, they do.
Everything
I
I've
love their
ever
beers.
had from them is always good quality beer. And they're outside of Philly, so
they're outside of Philly,
all right
downtown.
in my book.
Yeah. Been there too, by the way, and that's another place. If you want to stop, that's a place to stop. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, we were just up there for your stepson's graduation.
That's true. We were in that area. We were in that very area.
Yeah.
So
the Downingtown exit we took off the
oh, that's true.
turnpike,
That's true. So hey, as we continue to drink that,
hey now, let's get down.
Let's get in. Let's all go to Allentown. Yeah. You got to go back and listen to a previous episode for that one. Steve Brodsky and the BBC was the band that did Hey Nah, Let's Get Down. Let's all go down.
It's a really funny song. He mentions Hakkadakwa and everything in there. It's really cool. I forgot how funny it is.
Yes, exactly.
I'd like to get him on our podcast at some point. Maybe I can. Judy, I'll talk to my sister.
Oh, your sister knows him, right?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, he's a hoot.
That'd be cool. So let's get into summers in our teen years.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, we're getting a little bit more freedom because you can roam around a little bit more. Yeah. You got your bike, and then eventually people started to learn to drive. So, at that point, even before people were driving a lot, we walked everywhere. We biked everywhere. I mean, your house was what, like 3 miles from my house, maybe?
Yeah.
I'd walk over there.
Yeah.
Or
bike.
Or bike.
I mean, I had my 10-speed at this point, and I was flying, man.
Oh, yeah.
Before I was driving, I was flying around on that 10-speed. I went everywhere on that thing. I love that. It was like my horse.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember a common friend of ours, Dave, who lived up in Stiles.
Yeah.
Stiles was a town about 5 miles from us. I remember walking up to his house, meeting up with him, and then he and I came walking back down past my house to go to the mall. And
wow.
And then
it was wild.
Yeah.
We were attacked by a pigeon.
And then continuing on. But yeah, I mean, we walked everywhere or we biked everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But this was the point where, a bunch of us started hanging out at Jefferson Park, Jefferson Playground.
Pool. Yeah.
Because they had a pool there, they had a playground there.
Girls.
They had girls there.
Well, they had concerts there too.
Yeah,
you remember that?
About that?
Yeah, they had the concerts at night in the summer, and the one band
Swim.
Yeah, and the one band did really good AC/DC. They were like an AC/DC, almost a tribute band.
Yeah,
way back before when AC/DC was still popular.
They
did all that. They did all big AC/DC hits.
There was another band that played there that did a lot of Led Zeppelin too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It was cool though. That was always fun. That was.
Yeah,
I like that when they did the concerts.
Oh yeah, but no, that was a great place to go and hang out. But do you remember the thing about you were talking about West Caddy Playground and some of the rides, but the
death-inducing machines.
Yeah, but do you remember like Jefferson Playground? Like there were slides there that were like, I don't know, they were so tall. Like if you fell off there, if you fell off there,
like the one at West Caddy, it was huge. That was a scary. Even as a kid, I wasn't afraid of heights, and I was a little afraid of that one.
Yeah,
but I still went down it.
Oh yeah,
it was a great slide.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But then
as we got to teenage years, I remember it became a thing, not to go up the ladder, but to climb
up the slide,
climb the pole, the supporting pole,
okay.
And then get to the top and whip yourself over onto the slide.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was do you remember the game on the seesaws there? Screw your friend. Yeah. Go back and forth,
and then jump off.
See who would jump off first. Yeah,
that was the worst.
Yes. Well, and the merry-go-round thing you were talking about.
Yeah. Get that thing going.
This was when we were in I don't know, late middle school, early high school, before we started driving. Hang on there and see who could hang on the longest, and while people pushed it as fast as they could to see if they could fling people off.
Well, we had in West Caddy, we had one of the guy's brothers was a big time Whitehall Zephyr football player, legendary guy. Ended up punching a teacher and getting thrown out and shit. But he was this amazing athlete, and he wasn't a bad guy, but he had issues. We got him to push it once. Holy shit. It was crazy. I mean, he got that thing going so fast that literally people were hanging straight out, and we laughed our asses off, man. Nobody could hang on when he pushed it. It was crazy. He was a monster.
Oh yeah,
it was so cool.
But do you remember? Because there at Jefferson Park, they had the American Legion baseball field.
Yeah,
and at night.
Yeah.
We would go to the game.
Yeah.
It was just a place to meet up.
It was right next to the mall, to the Whitehall Mall.
Yeah, it was a place to meet up and hang out.
Yeah. That was always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. And also, too, funny story about the pool. You know who was a lifeguard at the pool?
Who?
Frank the Shank.
Really?
That's how he got his nickname, the Shank.
Well, at Jefferson.
My brother-in-law told me about that. Yeah.
Oh, that had to be later.
It was later, but he was he was one of the lifeguards there when my brother-in-law was younger, and he used to yell at him because they were doing dumb shit, and they used to call him, "You Shank." They used to call him the Shank. That's how he got his nickname. He wasn't in prison or anything. It was just from being a pricky lifeguard.
I always thought it was because he was in prison.
No, not Frankie.
No.
Not our beloved Frankie.
Just kidding.
Not our beloved Frankie.
I remember. Do you remember? We had at least one friend who got thrown out for this season, ejected.
Oh. No.
Do you remember this?
No. What did he do?
He just mouthed off to a lifeguard.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Nothing heinous?
And she just tossed them.
Oh,
like not you're ejected for one day.
You're out
I think
forever.
Each one of us at some point got thrown out for a day for doing something stupid. But he got ejected for the season. But do you also remember they had diving like we didn't just have like hazardous playground equipment.
Well, they had the
outside.
big giant diving board.
Big giant diving board. I've seen
It was like
people,
the 10-meter board. Or
like
something.
the 10-meter board, and I've seen like little kids trying to go up the
man,
ladder
that
and
was
fall
scary.
and like land on the concrete.
Oh yeah, one of our friend's brothers got hurt real bad. He like messed up his trachea because he fell off that thing and really got hurt. That thing was really dangerous. I went off it a few times, and never to dive. I just did like a cannonball or something dumb shit because I'm like, I'll break my neck going.
I dive off.
That.
Yeah.
That thing was high though. That was scary. That's just nonsense. That's
Oh, they took those down.
Yeah.
They took those down. They took the big slides down too.
Yeah, I know. Well, no shit.
Yeah, and all this.
Even as a kid, I knew that shit was.
I knew that was
dangerous.
wrong. Yeah, exactly.
But
but you know, at that point, we were also like starting to get summer jobs. Like we're trying to make some money because if you're going to go hang out at the pool and you're going to go hang out at the Legion game, you want to be able to buy a hot dog or buy a piece of pizza or something. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I would mow lawns. I mowed my grandmother's lawns and my aunt's lawns. I just mowed lawns. They paid me money. That was my summer money.
Oh yeah, I accumulated a clientele of like 4 lawns that I would mow, and some of them were like it would lead to other work, like mow my lawn, trim my bushes, paint my garage. Yeah. But you found ways to make money.
Go hang out with my wife for a while. It's $10.
The guy who had me the guy who had me painting his garage, it would take more than $10 even back then. But this guy, he had this like crappy lawnmower because I used the people's lawnmowers. That was part of it. It's like, I'll give you a break on the cost, but like I'm not using my own gas, my own lawnmower. And he had this crappy old electric lawnmower. He dragging this cord around the.
Oh yeah, you had one of the early. Yeah, you talked about that before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I did talk about this before. And at one point, the switch on the handle shorted out, and it's like knocked me on my ass on the ground because I got electrocuted holding onto the handle.
Once again, it explains some of the.
It explains a lot, doesn't it?
Things, yes.
Yes. So.
Is it time?
What? No, it's not time yet. Here, drink more of that one. Here.
All right, dude.
Here.
I was getting thirsty.
We're gonna have some more summer love.
All right. Summer love.
Hang on.
Summer.
Hang on. Let me reach it. Let me reach into the cooler here.
Waka,
Here, I'm
waka.
gonna count on you to pour for a minute. Because. And actually, wait. Towards the end of high school, do you remember? I finally got a job at Roy Rogers.
Oh yeah. You had to wear the hat.
I had to wear the cowboy hat.
That was the best.
At that point.
Let's go make fun of Lee's in the hat.
Yeah, gotta wear the cowboy hat. I was flipping burgers, cooking chicken and fries in the back.
Yeah, you were in the back with the big 10-gallon gray 10-gallon hat on.
Yes,
that was hysterical.
And actually, I worked with somebody that I know listens to us.
Oh.
On the West Coast.
Oh.
Ivy.
she
And
worked there?
She worked the counter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, because everybody had to learn every position. And at one point, I had to go.
You worked the counter too?
Well, they only sent me up to the counter one night.
What's that tell you, buddy? Sorry.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we're putting her up front and you go in the back.
You get behind the
We don't want to scare the customers.
You get behind the grill. No, but
That's brilliant.
If you're listening, I apologize. She had to teach me the ropes on the counter so that I at least knew how to do it if I had to fill in.
You had to do it, yeah. If she passed out or something.
Or maybe just took a day off.
Got in a fight with a customer. Yeah.
Well,
This is Whitehall, man.
Yes, this is Whitehall. She
happened.
I just messed around. And I think
Did you really?
I just messed around up there. I goofed around. And I think I frustrated the hell out of her. She was
You
like,
dick.
"You asshole!"
Oh my God!
I was told I have to show you the ropes, and you're just being a dick.
I never knew that. That's hysterical.
I forgot about it until just now when we were talking about it. But there was one night I was closing. There was one night I was closing there, and we had a drive-through. this old dude, and like I said, I don't know his age. I mean, I was like 17, right? So 16, 17. So this old dude, he comes around the drive-through, and he gets himself up over the curb, like, you know, the curb on the outside. Yeah, he was loaded. And this guy was probably about 60. Yeah, he's probably about our age now.
Christ.
And he's like, one wheel's up on the curb, like it's over the curb, it's down the other side. He can't move his car. He's out there hitting the gas, and it's like the wheels are spinning. And all, I don't even remember who was working in the drive-thru. They're like, guys, can somebody go out there? And the manager goes out, and she's like, all right, guys, come on out here. Let's help this guy. And we all got out there, and we hoisted his car and lifted his car off the curb and put him back on the street. And we're like, here's some chicken. Get the hell out of here.
Man. You call the cops or nothing?
No.
Shit.
No.
Yeah, he went and ran over a whole family of 5.
I was not the manager. I was a 17-year-old kid. But at least if he ran over a family of 5, maybe he offered them all a drumstick or something. I don't know. Whatever. This is not good humor. But anyway, not funny. Not funny. All right, let's move on.
Oh, my God.
But so this was also the era, teen years, high school football.
Yeah.
And we need to do a whole conversation on high school football.
That's a whole
that's a whole other episode.
Yeah.
But that started to take up the month of August, basically.
Yeah. You know, we should. Yeah, there's one of the coaches. We should probably. I think we should get him on. I think it would be pretty interesting. Our freshman coach.
Oh yeah.
He'd be interested in. Get him on the phone or something, because that'd be kind of a fun. He was funny.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Tony would be good. I'd love to get Tony.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But so yeah. Then I mean, by the time we were freshmen in high school, your entire August was basically taken up with football.
Yeah, you were up early and you were home and you were just dead.
And you were home late and you were dead.
You were up at 6 a.m. and then you were practicing in the sun. And in that freshman year, it was so hot. We talked about this before. We had those cotton jerseys. We almost died. I don't know how someone didn't actually end up in the hospital that time. That was just dumb luck that they didn't.
Yeah,
because people were throwing up and it was crazy.
It
was never as bad as that the rest of the years, but that was the one.
That was the worst. But we need to have a whole conversation around that. But
we'll work on that. That'd be a fun, interesting. There was a lot of crazy shit that happened with that.
But then finally, people started driving.
Yeah.
And do you remember between our junior and senior year, that was our first get all the guys together and go on our own to the beach.
Ocean
City. We went down to Ocean City, Maryland.
Yep.
And
the Edgewater.
What a shithole. What a total shithole. I'm surprised not everybody came back with bed bugs.
That was you're right. It was quite a drunk fest. I mean,
it was an adventure.
It was a lot of fun.
It was it was an adventure.
We had a blast.
But do you remember that we didn't have enough people driving or enough vehicles, and so at that point, one of our older friends was going to drive us down in his van, spend a day, drop us off, and then another friend who was with us, his brother, was going to come pick us up at the end of the week.
Yeah.
And then the other brother at the end of the week. Oh no, one of our friends who was going with us, his brother took us down. I don't remember exactly how this happened, but the person that was supposed to pick us up wrecked their van and couldn't come to get us.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, and we knew that before we left, and we're like, well, should we cancel the trip? What should we do? And it was like, no, we'll just get down there and we'll figure it out. Somebody will call our parents and somebody's got to come get us. And that happened.
And I remember, it
didn't go over well, but it happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Hi, we're in Ocean City, Maryland, and we got no way to get home. Can someone come get us?
Yep.
We're like, you guys are idiots.
Yep. That was. I forgot about that.
Yes, I totally forgot about that until very recently, as I was thinking about this conversation. So. Anyway, all right. Time for the third beer.
It is. Yes,
it is time for the third beer.
I got to do some.
Beer
arranging here. There we go.
Got to do some rearranging here. So our third beer of the day, our third summer beer of the day, is Relax. It's just a hazy IPA.
Okay, I will. I'll relax. But I'm not tense about it. You told me to relax.
Take a look at that.
It actually says relax. And you see what that is? That's the thing from Jaws, right? The whale shark.
Yeah.
But it's a whale shark. He doesn't eat people. So relax. He's a friendly fellow in the summer.
Yeah.
And I discovered this beer a couple of years ago. This is a really delicious one. Yeah.
This is a New England hazy IPA.
Yeah.
It's from Offshoot Beer Company.
Yeah.
In Placentia, California, which is just west of Anaheim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.8%.
It's a 6.8%. You know, it's interesting. I couldn't get any IBU rating information.
Oh, I think it's pretty hoppy.
Oh, wait. Here.
This is a fresh one. Yeah, you got a fresh one.
Okay. Yeah, so...
I ain't jipping you.
You ain't jipping me, okay.
So, speaking of jipping,
Yes.
you weren't a West Caddy kid, but we had a term for a jip, for a ripoff.
And
And it was based on a store that was right there in West
I know
Caddy.
what you're going to say.
Yeah. And we used to call it...
I know. I was an honorary West Caddy
Yeah,
kid.
you were, because you were there.
Because going back to high school football, there were some of our coaches that thought I was a West Caddy kid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah,
because I was hanging out with you
you went to
and
Pleasant Hill, so
Yeah, no,
so you were.
yeah.
You definitely are. Yeah,
I was an honorary
Look at
West
that
Caddy
sucker.
kid.
Look at the cloudy ass shit on
That is, well, it's a New England. It's a hazy.
Look
And
at that.
it is definitely a hazy.
unfiltered too. This has sediment in it, which is awesome.
It
I
is
love that.
unfiltered.
Anyway, so this term for a ripoff or a jip
Yeah.
was a Yost.
Yost. I remember
because
that.
Yost surplus store was there.
Yeah.
And everything in there was shitty.
Cheap ass shit.
I mean, sometimes we got some really cool like bootleg 8-track tapes. Like it was like an Iron Butterfly Rolling Stones compilation tape with like a printed label, like a shitty. Like it was so funny. Like it was all bootleg shit. Everything was just fell off a truck somewhere. Like, but I remember even some of the like in West Caddy. I remember Richie Pence telling me that one of the parents adopted the thing too. Like the car broke down. He started kicking the car and he's going, "Fucking Yost." Kicking the fence, fucking Yost. But that was the name of the store. It was Yost
it's
Surplus.
Yost Surplus.
Yeah.
No,
But it was all like shit that fell off the back of a truck, basically.
No, I do remember it.
This is not a Yost.
That is not a yes.
This
That
is a
good,
fantastic
that is a
beer.
good beer. But yeah, that is, like I said, let me grab my note here. That is the brewery.
That's juicy.
That is juicy. And that is from...
All right. What flavors are in there?
Oh, yeah, it's Offshoot Beer Company.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a...
It's a
kind of
consortium.
it's a consortium. It's
Yeah.
a sub...
It's a bunch of
brewery
couple- yeah.
Another company.
They kind of get together and different brewers brew different parts and different things. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool, though. But it's a
pretty
delicious
cool.
beer. And
yeah.
just,
and
I
it's
mean,
well, like I said, it's West Coast.
yeah.
It's just west of Anaheim.
But I saw that Jaws reference thing, which I think is so funny, and I just had to buy it, and then it turned out to be a really good beer too. But it's
brewed with a combination of Citra, Centennial, Simcoe, and Amaryllis hops.
really good.
So, how did you describe it? Definitely
juicy.
Yeah.
Hoppy. Just a lot there.
A lot of people say creamy.
Creamy. Definitely
Definitely
Look at
creamy. Definitely creamy.
Look at the foam on that. I mean, that's
definitely creamy.
That's creamy.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, it's heavier. It's a bit heavier in terms of higher alcohol, 6.8. Right.
Yeah,
It's a little higher.
Yeah.
But still,
It's still a good
light enough in the
summer-
in the
it's light enough
summer
for a
warm.
summer beer, yeah.
I remember drinking this at the pool in the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
One time, I was like, "This is the perfect Outer Banks pool beer." It's just really good.
Yeah, it is really good. 73,700 reviews. Where would you rate it?
4.3.
4.3. Yeah, you're a fan. The average is 3.97.
Okay, then that's good.
No,
It's good rating.
It's good. It's good rating. So yeah, it's all good. But
Boy, I do love that beer though.
but yeah, so
I saw it today. I had to buy it, so we're putting this in the.
yeah, so this is
podcast.
good beer selection for the summer.
Yes.
So what about like family trips and stuff? Vacations.
Yeah, so we went to Wildwood. We went to Jersey Shore, Wildwood, Cape May.
Yeah, because
You know?
we talked about going down to Ocean City, Maryland in our junior to senior year. That was the first time I went there
Yeah.
because all of my family trips to the shore were basically New Jersey beaches.
Yeah, and it was like a huge beach.
We were a big Jersey Shore crew.
You bet we were. I mean, it was a huge, like Wildwood was a huge beach, packed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lucky if you found, a 4x4 square for your little towel
And to get down
and your family.
And to get down to the beach, you had to like walk between people.
Oh, yeah.
Half the time you're like,
it was a thing.
like, oh, sorry, I'm stepping on your blanket. Sorry, I'm stepping on your blanket. Sorry, I'm stepping on your towel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we went down there a couple times with Mom and Dad. And then they ended up going to Cape May. They switched.
Okay.
Cape May was a little more upscale. Cape May was cooler. The beaches were smaller and they weren't as crowded.
Yeah.
And then also, too, like they had big jetties, like rock jetties where you could fish from.
Yeah.
My dad loved that. My dad was out there fishing at night and stuff in the ocean.
Yeah.
And, you know, from the big rock jetty, which didn't have a beach by it, was just all rocks. So Cape May, and to this day, I think Cape May is still a really cool Jersey beach. Because I think Greek goes there, I think, every now and then. Yeah, in the summer. And it's still a cool, classy. And they had a shipwreck. And you could get Cape May diamonds, they call them. They were little quartz that got rubbed really smooth, and there was one beach where you went and got the Cape May diamonds.
Okay.
It was a whole thing. I just remembered that now. But yeah, that was the thing we did. And then, the other thing we did, my parents my grandfather had a cabin up in the Poconos.
Yeah.
In the Poconos.
The
Poconos. And we used to go up there every summer, and I'd spend at least 2 weeks with my grandfather fly fishing, trout fishing, going down to Decker's Hollow, which was a swampy area where I caught frogs and stick bugs, and my uncle Tony fell into quicksand, and I saved his life and pulled him out. I shit you not.
This sounds like an episode of Gilligan's
I'm
Island.
telling you, it was crazy. I didn't know this existed, but he like fell in. He couldn't get out. He's like, help! He was going under. I grabbed his arm and pulled him out.
Come on, this isn't the.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it was a creek. But it was swampy.
Oh, okay.
And what happened? It would churn the water, and you couldn't. It was like a ravine that came in.
Yeah.
And he stepped in. He didn't realize it wasn't. He went right in, and he couldn't. He was in his hip waders, and they started to fill up too. He couldn't get out. So I pulled him out.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
dangerous. But he was in like some gook. It was weird. It was a weird thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there was a blueberry patch back there that nobody knew about. You could go back there and pick your own blueberries like for free. It's cool.
Yeah.
It was just nature. The Poconos to me were just like fantastic nature. Yeah. And then one of the coolest things we did, my parents, my grandfather had a boat, a little John boat, and we would go out and go night fishing for walleye on the lake.
Oh yeah.
And you never know what you're going to catch at night, man. It's cool as hell. You're out there at, 10, 11, 12, you're a kid, you're out there late, and it's just cool, man. I just
being out late when you're a kid.
It's just great, especially on the water. I mean, it was just really fun. And then the greatest was, this goes back to my Uncle Tony, he always used to get fireworks for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't legal.
No.
He would get them from some fireworks factory that actually ended up blowing up in like Scranton or Wilkes-Barre. It was somewhere up there. It actually blew up. But it was some illegal fireworks, and he would come with the craziest shit. These big, like almost professional fireworks,
like mortars.
Like mortars and shit. Firing. It was like crazy. Like Uncle Tony's got the shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, but he never blew himself up. Mostly,
that's good.
Mostly didn't. But that's good. But that was our vacations were all about that as a kid. So
I mean, as a kid, like we had 2 vacations per summer. My father took 2 weeks off per summer.
Yeah,
and one was the beach because my mom liked the beach.
Yeah.
And one
that's what you did
was the mountains because my dad liked the mountains. Mm-hmm. So we would go. We started out at when I was a little kid, Atlantic City. This was before gambling. And stuff.
I have never been to Atlantic City in my life.
You don't need
Not
to go
once.
there.
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
Definitely don't need to go there now.
Yeah.
No offense to Atlantic City or anybody that's from Atlantic City, but
sediment.
But yeah, I mean. This was before there were casinos and all that, and it was just a shore destination. But it was like you described. It's a Jersey beach.
Yeah,
it's just crowded as hell.
Yeah,
it's a big beach. And then we shifted as I got a little bit older to Ocean City, New Jersey. City, Maryland. But that only lasted for a year or two because Ocean City, New Jersey, is a dry county.
No. I think
it was Ocean. Wow. No. I'm sorry. It was. We went to Ocean City, New Jersey for a little bit. Then we went to Wildwood Crest. And Wildwood Crest is a dry county.
Yeah.
And we went there like twice. And it would be like, I remember pulling in and we're like going down there. And my dad would be like, okay, before we got through Wildwood, we got to stop at the liquor store.
Got to take it across the line, man.
Take it across the line to have it in the room.
Your dad liked beer. He always liked beer.
He did like beer. So like he'd stop and he'd pick up a case of beer and he'd pick up because they always got a room with an efficiency.
Yeah.
A refrigerator.
An efficiency. That's so great.
So he'd pick up a case of beer, and he'd pick up like a fifth of typically Seagram
7, yeah, like make 7 and 7s. Yeah.
And
that was the big drink back then.
And we had to make a stop,
Yeah.
But then we shifted to Wildwood.
Yeah.
Which was not a dry county. So that was that. But the fishing, we often went up to for my dad's week, I guess. That was my mom's week. My dad's week was the Adirondack Mountains in New York.
Wow, I have never been there.
And it was great.
I would assume.
And we would just go up there and fish. And I fished with my dad and my grandfather. And it was awesome. I remember one time my grandfather was fishing with a lure, and he's pulling it back, and it hooked through a fish's tail.
Oh, yeah.
And he pulled it in by the tail.
Yeah. I've seen that happen every now and then, like with the side of the fish or something. Yeah, by accident.
Yeah. But the other thing, summer vacations, from the time I was 14 until probably I was about 18, or maybe it was before that. It was like 12 to 18. I used to go with my father up to Canada every summer fishing.
Yeah.
We St. Lawrence River
Pike.
or farther north. Muskies, northern pike, bass. Yeah. And we used to
steelhead. Any steelhead?
No. But we used to go fishing and stuff, and that was great. Except there were times I come back like eaten so badly by mosquitoes in the summer up there. Especially if we go farther north, where we go farther up north, it'd be light until 10 o'clock at night, and we'd be out there fishing.
Yeah.
But I was eaten by mosquitoes so bad it looked like I had chicken pox or something.
Yeah, well, it's because they have to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
In those couple months.
Yeah.
Because then everything's frozen again. So it's the same with Alaska like that too.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes nuts for a while, and then it's But when they're out, they're brutal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean these were the summer vacations until it came time to do our own vacations.
Yeah, I wonder what'll happen when our kids remember what they did during the summer compared to what the new kids are doing in the summer by the time the next generations come around, It'll be like, oh man, we used to play, you guys had it easy. We used to play video games in the basement, man. It was horrible.
It was horrible. It sucked. Well, we
only had an iPhone. We didn't have what you have.
We didn't have what you have now. Yeah. We had no holographic friends.
Yeah, Lord.
We had imaginary friends. We had no holographic friends. So, well, okay. We'll leave that to Kylie's podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to do that with Kylie and my daughter Lexi. The Pillars.
Yeah, we got to do the daughters podcast that we've talked about. But we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one maybe later this year. So,
but I think anyway. Well, August is craft beer month, right?
August is Virginia craft beer month.
Okay.
Craft beer month here in Virginia. So if you're in Virginia, it's craft beer month.
What does that mean?
It's my favorite. It's my favorite month of the year. It's my birthday month. It's my wife's birthday month.
That's true.
Double craft beer month. I mean, what could
celebrate good times?
I hate that song.
I know, me too.
I hate that song. That is so cringy when you go to a wedding. That and We Are Family.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
My favorite is Love Shack. Play Love Shack on it. Yeah. It's a Love Shack. We're getting married. It's a Love Shack.
Okay. I gotta tell this story.
Okay.
I remember going to a wedding, and this was a few years after college, and I'm not even going to talk about who the couple was, but it's like they're playing music, and you have the wedding favorites, Celebrate, and blah blah blah, and We Are Family, and all that stupid shit, and they started playing. There was, I forget what the song was playing, and it was a nice song, and it was like a slow dance song. Maybe it was like Unchained Melody or something like that. And there's all the older family members out there, and they're dancing, slow dancing. And then they start playing, who is the band? I don't know. I don't remember who the band is, but the song is like, what I gotta get it, put it in you.
Oh, that's the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah. And
Perfect.
So they started playing that. Yeah. And all these older people, and remember, I'm like in my 20s at the time, and all these older people start dancing to that. And all of a sudden, they're like hearing the words, and they're like looking at each other like,
yeah.
They're like, you see the floor start to clear out.
Oh, man.
That's funny. But
Anyway, on that note,
all right, let's get out of here.
Play the outro, please, oh technical director. There it is.
But while you're playing it,
Yeah.
share us, like us, subscribe to us.
Yes, and shout out to Ivy for working with you, for putting up with you.